wound up with a pretty good bit of sunshine yesterday, more than we expected, I think, which is always nice, especially on a weekend.
Yeah, I actually went skiing yesterday. It was showering at the time. And people were like, this must mean it's going to get better, right? I'm like, yeah, it's going to get better. And then Luca was done skiing by the time it got better. So, but yesterday was very springy.
Not so much today, though it is springy, but not sunny. So.
Springy and rainy. That's actually kind of how spring is here sometimes.
Yeah,
right?
That's sort of how it goes.
We're in the 40s. We got to a high last night. I noticed it was like 9 or 10. We get to 59 degrees and then into the upper 50s officially after midnight. Now temperatures are down into the upper 40s, 47 in Portland, 47 in Wiscasset. The mountains holding on to just enough cold air to give them some wet snow. They'll enjoy that, but it's not going to be a long-term thing for them, unfortunately, as the warm sector will advance all the way into the mountains later this afternoon. Along the coast, obviously, with temperatures in the upper 40s, we're looking at rain here, and that's how it's going to stay. It's just a degrees of rain kind of situation. So we've got a warm front right here that's working its way through, cold front back here, and then this is the warm sector in between. That's what gives us the warmer air and will give us some periods of rain this afternoon and into tonight. So you'll see a couple of yellows in here indicating maybe some heavier downpours. I think those are a possibility later this afternoon, again tonight. Notice how that cold air is scoured out of the mountains by later today, afternoon and evening. And it's really just far northern Maine that holds on to snow for any substantial part of this system. And even the mountains change over to rain later on this afternoon and tonight. And these are a couple of heavy downpours, maybe a rumble of thunder. That's in the realm of possibilities. This whole system, though, is out of here by about midnight tonight. Temperatures drop on northwest winds, but it's not frigid. Just drops down into the low and mid 30s in a lot of spots tomorrow. Nice bright day. And then Wednesday looks pretty good as well, but we do have to watch a storm system that'll be just down to our south on Wednesday. I'll show you this in a second, but it could be close enough to give us some flakes from, say, Portsmouth into Portland. I don't think it'll go much farther than that, but you can see there's a system right down here that will impact Massachusetts. So as far as snow goes for this storm, a couple inches in the mountains, far northern Maine, maybe 3 or 4 inches, but a lot of us will bookend this with rain, so I'm not sure how impactful that snow really is. There's the quiet weather tomorrow. Here's our storm system on Wednesday. Again, this looks like more of a player for the mid-Atlantic and southern New England as opposed to us, but it is something that's going to be close enough that's worth watching. You can see it right there on Wednesday. Then I think up to Portland, we could see a little light snow on Wednesday afternoon. I think mostly, though, it's quiet Wednesday, Thursday, and into Friday, and we await a storm system for the weekend, which the models, for the most part, think is just going to be another rainstorm on Saturday into Saturday night. Now, given the location of this storm, if the low ends up down here, all of a sudden it could be more interesting as far as some wintry precipitation. But as it stands, it looks like rain and then back-end wind on Sunday. So I don't know. We know winter's not over, but it's given up a week here in March. How about that? And we'll call it rain and wind right now for Saturday. We'll keep an eye on it, though. It's not 100% that we won't see any snow out of that. But no substantial snow. We'll get ourselves about into mid-March, where even in Maine, it gets a little bit harder to be real winter.
And when I look at that map or that forecast, I think the key is the overnight temperatures. We're not seeing the single digits right now, which is good. We've had enough of that.
And then spring forward, is it next week? I should know this. Next weekend?
I think it's 13th, yeah. 13th.
Okay.
Yeah, it's coming up this
so
weekend.
all of that's going to combine to make it feel like spring.
All right,
Again,
thank you, Keith.
Yeah.